Hello guys, I'm back. I have not been posting in a while because of a new semester of college, and normally in the very beginning of the semesters, I'm quite busy and unable to post to YouTube. Now I've been quite active on my Instagram account, and I really want you guys to really pay attention to the posts and use it as a guide to help you guys out and understand your narc better. So the topic of this video is going to be how the narc strings you along and leads you on until they've gotten what they've wanted. It's something I dealt with in the last month that I haven't posted. It's something I've seen other people go through. So I think it's a good time to make a video on that and try to help you guys out as far as that and identify the signs. Okay. So in the very beginning, they come off as somebody that just sweeps you off your feet. I mean, they've got the charm and everything. You can talk to them for hours. In my case, I was able to do that. I could talk to this person for hours. And that actually happened. They have the charm. They can sweep you off your feet. They come off as everything you ever wanted in a partner or whatever. And somebody you can talk to all day if you wanted to. And I was able to do that. Anyway, you notice that the relationship in progress, it moves very, very fast. So basically what happens is that charm that sweeps you off your feet gets you attached quickly. It's very hard not to get attached. You're in a very vulnerable state, and especially given your history with previous narcs, you're very, very vulnerable, but you're swept off your feet. Okay, so they move really quickly. They move quickly to physical intimacy, and it doesn't have to be all the way. It could be just flirting, physical flirting, just hugging, maybe some kissing, who knows. But it's meant to get you hooked. And once you are hooked, the narc has you where they want you. And basically, once they have you where they want you, that's when they hurt you, and that's when they do a lot of damage. I posted something on Instagram very similar to this, to what I'm about to talk about, on January 25th. And if you haven't followed my Instagram, it's Child of Narcissist. There's no underscores, no periods, it's just Child of Narcissist, period. But as one of my posts that I've made back on January 25th says, narcissists and sociopaths lead you on and manipulate you until they've gotten what they wanted, emotionally, romantically, or sexually. In the process, you are blatantly degraded, disrespected, and treated as if you are inadequate. It is important to know that you are simply used as a tool that the narcissist uses to get what he or she wants. And this is what happened with me. This is what happened with you guys. I know you guys can relate to this. So in this honeymoon phase that we talk about a lot, there's a lot of intimacy, and they get you hooked. They sweep you off your feet with this charm. You can talk to them for hours if you wanted to. They're just so good at charming you. And basically, what happens is once they've gotten you where they wanted or where they want, they begin to put you in a position where you are then degraded, treated like absolute shit. Okay, let's just be honest, and treated like you're just another guy or just another girl or woman. Let's face it. So after this first quick burst of intimacy, they shift. In my case, this person decided to just brag to me about all the people that she's done it with, if you know what I mean. But this is meant to sort of put me in my place. It's meant to put me down and make me feel like, see, look what all these people are getting. You are not good enough. Listen, they lead you on. They make you think that something's about to happen. Then they turn that down. They withdraw the attention, the intimacy, and the companionship. They withdraw that from you all of a sudden, and then they go give it to somebody else in front of your face, or perhaps tell you about how they gave that to somebody else right after withdrawing that from you. I made a post about this on Instagram. The feedback I've gotten on Instagram has been really, really good. The comments are just really, 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 really helpful and great. And I'm glad you guys enjoy these posts because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Anyway, back to this. They will blatantly, once they've gotten you hooked, and then they begin to sort of put you in your place and let you know that you're just nothing. You're just a tool for them to get what they want. Once they put you in that place, they begin to disrespect you even more. They might invite you places. They might take you out places. But once you take your time out of your day to go see them, guess what they do? They start checking out other people. They start making you feel like you're nothing. They blatantly disrespect you. They pull out their phone and text somebody of the opposite sex. Somebody that the narc is probably going to replace you with. Let's just be honest and blunt. The disrespect, it becomes obvious. They sometimes give more attention to the person that they're flirting with, because sometimes they will do that in front of your face. Remember, they've gotten you where they wanted. Now they're trying to degrade you. So what they're doing is doing things to deliberately hurt you. It's obvious, it's deliberate. They flirt with other people, they check out other people, they sometimes ignore you to your face while texting another person of the opposite sex. Or they will check out another person and tell you how good that person looks. It's happened to me, it's happened to you guys. They might flirt with your best friend. It's happened to some of the people that write to me on Instagram. So you guys have to realize that they're just stringing you along. In my case, they wanted, this person just wanted me to be their friend, while leading me on to think that there was something more that was going to happen. Or maybe this person is just a little wild. Maybe that person's gonna eventually settle down and want a relationship with me and something genuine. No, it's not the case. It's never the case. Because what ends up happening is you start thinking that it's gonna lead to more. So you keep trying, you end up trying harder and harder and harder. What ends up happening is, guess what? You're being disrespected more and more and more. And they tell you that you're not good enough. But they can't lose you completely, because if they lose you completely, they lose their source of narcissistic supply. So what do? They lead you on. They keep this prospect that things might get better, or things might lead to more. But it's just to keep you around. They string you along and string you along and string you along until you feel like absolute shit. And when you feel like absolute shit, guess what happens? You end up trying harder so you don't feel like that anymore. So you keep trying to fight for that person's undivided attention. You're wondering, why am I not good enough? You're wondering, why can't I be as good as the people that he or she says is better? Because they're going to openly tell you that all these people are better. They're going to openly disrespect you. What keeps you from leaving is leading you on by giving the impression that they're going to change, or that they're going to treat you better, or it's going to end up being a genuine relationship. It's going to magically get better and change. This is how they string you along. So like I said, they string you along until somebody that feeds them the maximum narcissistic supply comes along. Once somebody that feeds them the most narcissistic supply, guess what? They're discarding you like trash. But they continue to string you along and degrade you in the process during their search for the person that gives them the most narcissistic supply. They don't have to necessarily flirt with other people in front of your face while you're hooked to them. Or perhaps check out other people. Sometimes so here's what happens. Sometimes they ignore you to invalidate your feelings. So whatever you say just means nothing, because they're not responding to you. So they're making you feel like less. It's the little things that get to you. It's the little things that they use. It's the little tactics. These narcs openly reject you and then openly accept other people that they see. And it's meant to hurt you. The best course of action is to leave, let them know your worth, and no contact.